Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 21st, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. All right. So we are crowned here with the Seven of Swords reversed. So this full moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is very much like, I always see Capricorn as kind of like the forensic accountant of the signs, the sign that will sit there and go through the paperwork and make sure everything is like just so, just right, just this, just that. And it susses out the lies because it's like, here are the facts. I give you the facts. And that's going to be what you're seeing here with the Seven of Swords reverse. It's like, don't you dare lie to me because I know. And that's going to be really important here. This moon gives you like this intuition. Follow it. Follow it during this time, Taurus. Your intuition is going to be spot on. It is going to be spot on, especially like kind of like a scent dog type of thing. Like you're going to smell out, seek out the truth, but like you can smell a lie almost during this time. It's kind of freaky. It's kind of cool. It moves us then to the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is us. We are represented by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. And this is going to be us slowly and steadily moving forward to prosperity and success. Now, this full moon is also an earth sign energy, so it is coming through as the Knight of Pentacles as well, determined, focused, driven, but it moves very slowly. Forensic accounting is not a fast thing, right? So it moves very slowly here as we move forward, as we see our goals, as we see what it is that we want. We are going to be setting up, we're going to be setting things up during this time. And it's just kind of like hitting the dominoes and seeing everything kind of fall into place is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And then moves us to the King of Wands. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a time of transformation. And this is going to be a time for us where we embrace our strength through transformation, through insight, through, I don't have to be the person that I was, or I don't have to be just like this, or I don't have to be just like that. Now, Capricorn energy likes playing in the rules, but Capricorn energy also likes knowing the rules and then making the rules work for them. And Taurus, that's also our thing. Like we like knowing the rules and making it work for us. So this is going to be very good during this time. And with the King of Wands, be mindful. We get really passionate about things, and people can say like, why are you yelling? It's like, I'm not yelling, I'm just passionate. So just be aware of that our passion is really going to shine through. There's a strength to us that we need to hone. It's not going to be as natural for us to hone that strength of a lion. But think of, I just watched this thing where there was a lion trying to come in, and a male lion trying to come in and take over this lion herd. I don't know what a group of lions is called, but the other male lion fought him, and then the female lions came and ran him out. And there's this sense of like, no, I need to be so driven and know what I want that I'm not going to let anybody come in and take that from me. And that's going to be really important to hear. It's like, stand in pride in what you do. Oh, that's it. It's called a pride, right? That's funny. It moves us then to the King of Pentacles reverse. We can become very, very, very fixated on results. It will all be about the results. It's not like, okay, it's the process of learning. It's like, now I need the results and they need to be perfect right now. So just be mindful about this. We have this tendency, Capricorn energy has this tendency. A full moon is the conglomeration of the intentions we set 6 months ago with the new moon in Capricorn. So this is going to be a time where we are a warrior, we can go and do, but the ruling of it, the being the king of it can be a little bit more complicated to see, and we can feel a little bit like an imposter. We can have imposter syndrome during this time. It's like, well, I don't know everything. You don't need to know everything. That's also going to be another thing that we have innately in our personality. Capricorn energy has it too, where it's like, well, I just need to have all the facts, know all the things, and then once I am an expert, which we can dedicate our whole life to becoming an expert, once I am an expert, and then I can have an opinion. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It moves us then to the Eight of Swords reversed, and that is what we want to see. The Eight of Swords being reversed is a sense of, I am coming out of being stuck in my own mind. What people see, and the trials and the tribulations we're going through internally, they're going to be very different. People are going to think, well, you have it all under control. You're doing great. You got this, you got that. And they're not going to see that it has been a time where we have been overthinking, overanalyzing, stuck in our own head, and, you know, seeing the negative things. When we have the Eight of Swords coming up, it's serious. It is anxiety, depression, doubt, fear, chaos. It is being stuck in our own head. And I always look at the Eight of of Swords, and I see Miss Havisham from Great Expectations. And I know it's such a specific thing to see, but it is the person who lived her whole life in her wedding dress. She was jilted at the altar. She lived her whole life in her wedding dress, and she went up in flames in her wedding dress. Like, once she realized that she had been consumed by her grief of being jilted at the altar, and she lived in that for decades upon decades, it then consumed her. And we all know people who are consumed by our griefs. We've all been consumed by our grief ourselves, and if we haven't, that's fantastic for you and lucky. But here with the Eight of Swords reverse, it's like, I'm coming out of this time where my grief, my hurt, my pain consumed me, and it made me doubt that I could be a king. It made me doubt that I could be a leader. It made me doubt that I could take control. We're like, okay, I can be a good follower. I can be a good defender. I can be a good, knight. But a king, boy, it's like, boy, I don't know if I can do that. And yet here with the King of Wands, our fire and our passion and our determination is moving forward, but we can also be very inspired by others. And we can feel like, well, I'm just copying them. Yeah, but you're also building up you. So that's important here as well. It moves us then to the Six of Pentacles. Things need to be balanced during this time, and we're going to be calling out things, not in this huge way with the Justice card, right? But we're going to be calling out things, because this is my minor arcana Justice card, in a smaller way where things are out of balance. And it's like, nope, I need it to be balanced. I need it to be harmonized. I need it to move forward like this. And then it moves us to the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, I love that we're bookend by two knights. The Knight of Swords is the White Knight. He's the hero of the story coming in, and that's what we are being. We are being the hero of the story. We are cutting through doubts and fears and negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments. We are seeing our voice. We're seeing what we desire. We're also seeing what we're working towards. And our stubbornness is going to come through very, very well during this time. You can also have somebody in your life who's an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. Now, their sun could be an air sign energy, but they could also be an air sign energy, and you might not know about it, because they have a way with words. They have a way with connections. Their air sign energies are naturally drawn to stories. However, those stories manifest in their curiosity and the way they want to connect with them. Okay. So just knowing this during this time. And with the Knight of Swords, we're moving after our tenacity and what we want. And that energy can also be from another person who is story oriented, is going to be moving us forward. It's like, well, what about this? What about that? And it's going to spark our own curiosity here, Taurus, and it's going to start opening up doors. It moves us then to our spirit message. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rose in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced. So hit the bell notification for when that announcement will be coming up. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the comment box below. And so here, reversed is serenity. We need to find our peace. It has been enough of giving our peace or giving, everything to everybody else. We need to see, know, and honor our peace for ourselves. That's going to be an important thing. Our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have two. So we have the third eye chakra. We have two. We have the third eye chakra coming through. There's clarity here. There's insight. There's understanding. Now, this full moon is about being honest with ourselves about our boundaries. How they're helping us, how they're hindering us, where we need to work out those boundaries, and bringing clarity forward. Bringing clarity into our lives, lifting up the veil, and seeing things much more openly. Now, with the self-mastery reverse, we're having a bit of difficulty trusting our gut. We're having a bit of difficulty seeing ourselves and saying, okay, this is how I'm moving forward. This is where I need to be. This is right for me. We are going to kind of see things more clearly, but then we're going to doubt ourselves and be like, should I do it like this? Should I do it like that? Well, ask 18 million different people their opinion. It won't always help. So just being aware of stepping back and looking at ourselves, not overthinking, overanalyzing, because that's what we want to get away from, but sitting there and saying, okay, how do I move forward for me? What seems right? And it's just kind of like Think about it for a little bit, kind of like breathe in, breathe out, and just feel the connection with the question that you're asking. And then one should kind of like, I always see them like light up a little bit or have an energy around it, like, a brighter kind of silvery energy around it, silvery golden energy. And that's the one I usually go with. So having that connection here, that's going to be important. And listening to ourselves is important too. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is two as well. So we have the Five of Pentacles reversed and we have the Four of Swords. It's not resting and it's having worries about money or doubts or fears. So just having a poverty mentality and it's being stuck in that. It's like, oh, I'll never be successful. I'll never be prosperous. I'll always be struggling in money or what I value as much as money. And it's like those struggles aren't forever. Make sure you rest and make sure you honor your story because you're not seeing the full picture of everything that you've been through, everything that you've achieved, everything that you've accomplished. You're just seeing the pitfalls, like the failures, the doubts, the intensity of things. So just be aware of that. Again, like a lie detector. You're like a lie detector, and it's weird and it's awesome, and I'm here for it. So just be aware of that. With the Seven of Swords reversed, you are so done with lies and manipulations and other people putting, kind of like sneakily putting themselves first and backstabbing. So just be aware of that during this time. This moon is the strawberry full moon, which has a sweetness to it, right? Is going to help us to move forward towards so much more. But it is really going to be showing us the truth about things, and we're going to be able to cut through a lot of nonsense to see what it is that we deeply desire. And with the Knight of Pentacles, we're not afraid of hard work. We're not afraid of, rolling up our sleeves, getting our hands dirty. Actually, we prefer it. We prefer to be in the thick, in the muck, in the mire of things. And so that's going to be very important here as well. Actually getting out and gardening or, going on hikes or doing something that connects you with the earth is going to be a very important, very good thing. With the King of Wands, again, we're fiery, we're passionate, we're determined, we're focused. We're going to be very drawn to people who have this energy as well. But just be mindful here that you're not drawn to somebody who's actually trying to usurp what you are achieving and doing. It's like that lion fight, right? And you're going to have people call out that lion. And I see it like, it was the female lions that protected the other lion from the other male lion. It was the lionesses. And you can see that there's going to be some women around you who help to protect, like to move things forward. So just being aware of that, listening to that energy, because it's going to be a guy who calls out the attack, right? Who says, oh wow, watch that, but they kind of move away from it. And then it's going to be the female lionesses that like push it off. So I don't know exactly how that works, but it's coming through very distinctly. And I think it's very, very, very interesting. I also see this, there's one of my favorite saints. It's a Gnostic saint. It's also an Orthodox saint, Saint Thecla, and she was protected by female lions when she was captured for proselytizing, and they were like, okay, the Romans were like, okay, we're going to feed you to the lions, and the female lions protected her from the male lions. And then of course the Romans let her go because they were like, wow, that's some freaky stuff there that's going on. You can control lions, just go away, please. So here there's going to be something that comes forward, and there's just some sort of sacred feminine energy around you that protects you and moves things. So just be aware of that, because that I find so interesting and so cool that those stories intertwine with each other. And then it moves us to the King of Pentacles reverse. We have a lot of doubt around our own abilities. And this is going to be a time on the 21st, we have the summer solstice, right? Which it happens on the 20th. We have that energy coming forward, the summer solstice. We have the full moon on the 21st. We have the beginning of Cancer energy on the 21st. So there's a lot of change in energy going on. Cancer and Capricorn are sister signs. They either bring out the best or the worst of each other. So it's an interesting moon. And we're seeing that we've been too much in our own head. We're seeing that we've overthought, we've overanalyzed, and it's kind of like, don't think about it so much, which is really easy to say to somebody, oh, just don't think about it so much, like what you're worried about, what you're anxious about. And it's really hard to do. And this is going to be a time where we sit there and it's like, either I obsessively think about this or I break free. And that is just going to be super important. And that's going to be an energy that turns this around. It makes us a king. It makes us powerful. Make sure things are balanced. It's going to be very easy for things to be out of balance during this time. It's going to be very easy for us to feel out of balance during this time. So just being aware of that here, Taurus, is going to be super important. And with the Knight of Swords, you are embracing saying what you want, saying how you feel, cutting through the nonsense of things. It's like, no, I'm going to be a lot more direct and a lot more kind of assertive within myself. But there is also an energy here of a person around you who is a lot more direct, even if they don't mean to be. You're going to look at them and you're going to be like, wow, that's a little bit blunt. And they're going to be like, why? I was just saying the truth, type of thing. It can actually be a little bit funny because they can just say things that you'd be like, oh no, I'd never say that. So it can be fun to see that play out. All right, Taurus. Let's see our subconscious energy. We have here create. This is a fantastic time for creativity. This is also a fantastic time to find creativity and joy in outlining things, and then like starting it, and seeing how to start it, seeing how to move things forward. So that's actually really fun. It can take a task that a lot of times we think, oh my gosh, it's boring, it's mundane. And we're like, oh no, this is really cool. It moves us then to our universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. It is connecting with the universe. It's connecting with the light of energy, of understanding of ourselves, and moving us forward. So we are really blessed to have that universal blessing coming forward into us. And it moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, and it's the 6 of Cups. It's nostalgia that comes in, where it will never be like the past, for better or for worse, and just really kind of being sad. It's like, yeah, it's being sad. It's looking at things and thinking, that was ruined, that was so horrible, that was, or that will never be again, and I miss it. And it's like, don't go there. Don't do that to yourself. Don't. It's really easy to say don't, like run away, abort, but it's really hard to do. So just be mindful that we'll be a little bit more nostalgic and a little bit more prone to being drawn to people who bring, like, who remind us of a person that we're kind of nostalgic about during this time. Do not fall into the trap of thinking just because somebody reminds you of somebody that they are that person. I know that sounds like a silly thing to say, but we'll be like, oh wow, they're so much like XYZ, and then we'll start treating them like we know them, or like they've proven their loyalty or their follow through to us, and they haven't. So just be mindful of that. And then our subconscious spirit message. Here's the 5 of Swords reversed. And the 5 of Swords reversed is it's finding it difficult to know that we're not the same person that we once were. And it's not in a like, oh, you're not the same person you were. It's like you're in a situation and somebody wants to kind of manipulate them. Actually, this goes perfectly with the 6 of Cups, where this person reminds you of something once upon a time. And we're like, oh, well, because it is like this, or it is like that. And I've lived that before, and it just is. And it's like, no, you're not the same person. It's not the same situation. Don't be caught in traps that you had been in before, or, kind of like, being taken advantage of in a certain way. So just being mindful about that. Yeah, being mindful about that, Taurus, is going to be really important. Okay. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.